Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. This is my spirit art video channel. I realized that I've done a few swimsuit review videos recently because I really do like swimwear. However, spirit art is not for normies. So if you subscribe to my channel for swimsuit stuff, this is a mediumship video. I'm going to give you a few minutes to decide for yourselves if you are normies or if you are not normies. So in this video, I'm going to be channeling using art to talk to dead people. Are normies into that? Not really. I'm going to give you a few minutes. Are you going to leave or are you going to stay? It's up to you. The drawing that I'm about to do is communication between myself and the spirit world. And basically, I'm going to be pulling in a story, which is a reading for a future viewer. And I draw with my left hand, which is my non-dominant hand. It's easier for spirit to channel through me using my left hand, and I get a lot more information, and the drawing goes much more quickly using my left hand. So I've been doing that for about a few months. Before I get started on this reading, I wanted to let you know that this Sunday, June 6th, I will be giving spirit art readings from noon to 3 p.m. at Sozo's Healing House, located in Tempe, and it's very close to Elliott and rural in Tempe. So with that being said, let's get started on this spirit art drawing. Go. This gentleman here has definite root chakra issues, so I'm going to go over the themes of like the root chakra and what that means. And I need my pointer stick to do that. How do I know it's the root chakra? The root chakra is basically brown and black and red. So here we have a lot of red and black. So all this black, red, 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 and look at these hands. Look at his hand. Root chakra issues are belonging, family, stability, the ability to put food on your table, and the ability to take care of yourself and your family. He could not provide for himself. He lacked a sense of belonging. He had no family that I could sense of in this reading. Like, I wondered if this was this man's father. He was not of any relation as far as I could tell from the reading. Even if, like somebody with root chakra issues, even if they have money, they will always feel like they don't have enough, like they cannot provide for themselves. So if he was actually poor or not, I couldn't tell, but he definitely felt poor and he definitely felt desperate. And that's part of what urged him to do this particular crime, because this guy did murder this individual here. I'm going to kind of go through this a little bit more. So like we just went over root chakra issues, and that's where the red and the black come from. So he was a little bit desperate. He killed this man here, and he does look pretty gruesome. I thought either he killed him or this man is a ghost and just followed him around. I do think that he was overcome with guilt later, or maybe he had like some issues. This guy either followed him around as a ghost, so he felt guilty, or he had maybe some sort of psychosis. It made him like continuously imagine or feel a lot of guilt towards this one particular murder. I think he just murdered this one guy, and it is unsolved. I'm looking at his face, and I'll kind of bring the drawing a little bit closer to the camera so you can see, but I drew this face and it's a little bit disfigured. So I honestly think that this is how this man was cut. This is gruesome, but I think that this was actually how the murder took place. And so I know it's gruesome, but I'm just going to go through it because I drew this, and so I'm trying to figure out what I drew here. I do think that this is blood. I do think he was cut. Barbers have razors. This man worked in a barbershop. I think he was a barbershop owner. He had a razor, and then he would have cut him here. Obviously he sustained some sort of eye injury, and then also he probably opened his face a little bit on the side. And as soon as I drew this, I was thinking of like John McCain. I don't know if you guys know this, but like John McCain, he had a really large injury on the side of his face, and anytime he was interviewed or on camera, the camera was always on the other side of his face, not showing this huge like weird war gash thing that like made his jaw stick out. And so I think that this was a injury similar to that, where like his face was kind of pushed out somehow. So it's definitely mutilated here. Initially I thought this gentleman here was in the military and that he was a military barber, but I did ask later if he was in the military, and it said no. So maybe he was trained, or he was expecting to go into the military, or he told people he was in the military, but he actually was not in the military. Or if in the military, maybe you can be a barber and like not really be enlisted. He has blood like all over his hands here, and he's kind of like this big hairy man. He has a lot of hair right here, and then he has a lot of hair on his fingers. A lot of hair on his fingers, like even here, 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 here. And I just thought that his fingers were large and well developed here, but he could have even been injured from what he did to this gentleman, like the actual crime. And then this here is the actual blade that was used to injure and kill this guy. During the drawing, I got the name Billy the Kid, and so I was like, okay, Billy the Kid, maybe this is Billy the Kid. But the Billy the Kid, I think, was not recent, and this drawing, I mean this crime I should say, took place in 1991, and we all know that Billy the Kid did not live in 1991, okay? His name is definitely Billy or William, and I think he went by both names because they both came through. I don't have a name for the victim. I did try to see if it was his dad. It was not his dad, but I think a clue could be in the colors that are surrounding this gentleman here. He may just be a patron, and he seemed to have been older, an older gentleman to him. So maybe he was like a patron who was older and just frequented the barber business. If we take a look at the colors here, maybe we can kind of see why this crime took place. This is kind of a turquoise blue, or a green turquoise. And so the green turquoise color can be associated with the higher heart. So it means like you're speaking from your heart, and you're speaking well-meaningly if you are not severely traumatized in the heart area. So maybe he was just talking too much. Maybe he was a patron that just like talked way too much and was actually trying to help Billy, but he talked too much, and then somehow, even though it was loving speech, he may have triggered Billy, because Billy, with all the root chakra issues, may have actually been triggered because he had seen a lot of abuse in his own family life, or whatever was going on with his family as a child was definitely not good, because he felt no sense of belonging and had no family around him at this point, which is when the murder took place in like 1991. And he just lashed out in rage and it killed him. I mean, I don't exactly know what happened, but I do think that he's an older gentleman, and he was a patron of the barbershop business. It's an unsolved crime, and I don't think Billy was a serial killer. Maybe he wanted to be, because I think he had a lot of rage. I think he just killed only this one gentleman. So what is the message? What is I was thinking about this earlier. The message, I think, would be is that even though this gentleman had a lot of root chakra issues, he managed the best he could by only killing one person when he really felt like killing a lot of other individuals. This guy seems to be actively haunting him, or is always around him, or is like you know, maybe he is telling him, you know, you did something wrong, you need to fess up. And I don't think he's going to do it. I did feel some of his emotions, this man, and I didn't connect as deeply as some of the other drawings because I don't have the same root chakra issues. I don't have the same issues. I mean, thank goodness I don't have the same issues as this man, but I did connect, and he did feel quite desperate, and he did feel quite sad and confused, and he did, like I said, he felt guilty. This could have been a worse situation. I do think that he knew this patron pretty well. That's what all this talking was. Like, I know in a barbershop, you like, people talk, and like, even in a hairdresser, it's all about talking. It's all about talking, maybe pseudo therapy. I don't know. Things just got out of hand, and this guy died. I mean, I guess that we all have to take responsibility for our issues and our anger issues, and if somebody has anger issues this badly, they do need to get checked out. They do need to take care of themselves. And even though no, it was not right for this man to kill anybody, I do think it could have been a lot worse given the amount of rage from this gentleman with severe root chakra issues. If this speaks to you, also it was done in the Southwest. I did check. It wasn't particularly done in Arizona, I think, this crime. I think it was done in the Southwest somewhere. If this drawing is something that you're familiar with, if you know about this unsolved crime, or maybe you think you might know Billy or this other unfortunate individual, please let me know, okay? Thanks so much, and have a great evening, guys. Bye.